Packing list. Packing list. Packing list. Oh. No packing lists. So either I am too organized or totally disorganized. Once again, time to get ready to go on a trip. Hook up the truck. And get everyone ready to go. Who says good help is hard to find? Get the jack loosened up. Just need to get the jack loosened up. Just need to get the jack loosened up. Not helping, Churro. Just need to get the jack loosened up.
She lives.
Finally got everybody loaded up and we left only 2 minutes later than we expected. So we headed north out of our hometown towards Kingsport, Tennessee, where we would make our first stop on the trip. At Warriors Path State Park.
Dad, do the shoulder thing.
Warriors Path has 2 separate campground loops. We were staying in the newer of the 2. Full hookups, and at the time of filming about $35 a night, which is hard to beat. We eventually got backed in, but even as we did not notice a large pole that you'll see a clip of in a second that was in the way of the slide out. So we had to move and get reset up, only by a few feet. But all things being considered, we've really never had a terrible time getting set up. There's that pole. But we were able to make camp with Porgington and Olivia. A reconfigured U-dinette to a booth.
Path State Park.
We're at State Park, Kingsport, Tennessee.
Yep.
And we are in the newer campground, which is Moody Bluff,
Maybe.
something like that. So
We're not tired.
got 40 different sites. And when you come into the campground, it starts 101 going to the right on that loop and goes all the way around and down the hill. There's another bathhouse over on the other side, and these sites come back up, finishing with site 140 right there. So like 136 through 140, somewhere in there, seems to be up here on the top of the hill and would probably be the best sites. They're definitely the most level, whereas some of the other ones are
Not.
some of them are, like this 101's pretty snazzy, but then as you go around, like, you progressively increase in degrees of angle.
So if you get down on the backside, you also get a view of the river.
Yes.
Which could be really pretty.
And there is one pathway.
Yeah, there's one
hiking
trail that comes out of this campground. It's about a mile long. Got a fantastic trail map if you ask the park store, and they are free, which is nice too. Normally they're not.
Huh.
And these are full hookups in this newer campground. The older campground is not full hookups.
Yeah, these are new and nice right now. So
As of right now, it's $35 a night. So, but with all your taxes and fees, you're going to get closer to $45. But definitely worth it for a full hookup site.
yeah, very good. Well, I'm Sam, and this is Katie, and you're camping with Katie.
Does he know where we are?
We got a serious issue. Apparently, our toilet started leaking this morning, so now we're at the Camping World in Virginia.
And there's always things that tear up and break down. And I guess our camper's about 5 or 6 years old, so some of those little valves and what have you are wearing out. So on the way, we did stop in Roanoke at the Camping World, but our destination was Bull Run Regional Park. And so that's where we headed. Beautiful hills of Tennessee, we headed north up Interstate 81 with a little easterly slant through the beautiful Shenandoah Valley. It is amazing how the terrain, the trees, the hills, all those sorts of things let you know you're not in your home area anymore. Beautiful country. Bull Run Regional Park, it takes a minute to get back into the ranger station, camp store, check-in area. They have a ton of pull-offs and different shelters that can be used by day use guests. They also have a water park, which of course was not open while we were there, but they were getting it ready for the summer season. Many of the sites are pull-through. Just kind of a loop, and you have next to the road the water and electrical and sewer hookups. Two bathhouses. but the area is largely flat. There's a little bit of leveling to be done in certain sites, I'm sure, but most of them seem to be fairly level. Then came our first big day for adventure in DC.
So good morning, universe. It's official. We made it to Virginia. It's a beautiful day. It's 27 degrees. You know, it's just, nobody could have asked for a better day, really. The sun's blaring in my face. Nobody's awake yet. Therefore, nobody's eating breakfast yet. And we got to leave for Washington in like 45 minutes.
So we made our way from Bull Run to the metro station closest to us, the end of the line. But we would get on every day to commute into the city. It was either a 20-minute drive or a 50-minute drive, depending on traffic. So that's something that you'll have to plan getting ready to go into the city. Plenty of traffic. Oh, a swan. Getting off at Federal Triangle, we did that about every day to start with, and use that kind of as our home base. You saw a clip there of being in the Reagan building. Once you get through security, they do have a nice food court and some other things in there. But we started at the American History Museum. And of course, you've noticed we're with our friends, the Carsons. Fascinating thing about being at the American History Museum is a lot of times they have the items from history, not just any old sword that would have been period appropriate, but they have the actual swords of people, the actual clothing of individuals out of history, the actual chairs that people sat in. And so that makes a difference. Also, our visit coincided with the cherry blossoms, and so we got to see a few of those. It had bloomed, I think, probably the week or week and a half before. And tulips, plenty of tulips all over the area. So after the American History Museum, we made our way to see some of the monuments. This, of course, is the Vietnam Wall Memorial, and probably had one of the biggest impressions on us during our trip. Seeing some of the men there who would leave their wheelchair behind so that they might stand and look, finding the names of the men that they served with that they left behind, who we cannot thank, but we can thank those that were there, and we did. Never have?
Nope.
Never have? Never seen so many steps in all your life?